It's running still.
OK, you're running. Clap.
However large or small your space, nothing tantalises the taste buds and nourishes the soul like growing your own food.
Alison, follow me.
So my wife Alison and I and the Love Your Garden team have joined together to show you how we do it.
Look at that, though. When the sun comes out, it positively glows.
From our own backyards every week.
I just didn't think it was that clear.
My wife doesn't think it's clear, so I should be doing that again.
We'll reveal how easy it is
And there we go, ready to grow.
to enjoy the delicious taste of fruit and veg from your own plot.
A little strawberry farm
Even if you don't have one,
that doesn't even need a garden.
now's the time to take up your trowels and join us
You won't regret it.
as we reveal the secrets.
To growing your own.
This week, now June has arrived, we show you the tastiest treats to plant now and how. I reveal the secrets to growing the nation's favourite summer fruit.
What is it, Alison, that they like?
Strawberries.
The team bring new ideas to their blooming gardens. David adds a mini orchard to his traditional plot.
I love raspberries.
Katie brings a touch of class to a veg planter on a budget.
This will look perfect. Beautiful.
Frances plants dramatic edibles in her tiny garden.
It even has some figs already forming on it.
And I inspire the team
Ta-da!
with my flat pack skills.
Made this yesterday afternoon. OK, Alison, you go.
Ready?
Fine. Hello, and welcome back to Alison and my garden. Alison is again behind the camera because we're at home, alone, together, still speaking.
Since last week, I've been busy on the veg patch. And things are happening in the greenhouse too.
The tomato that I planted a couple of weeks ago is doing really well, but I need now to take out these side shoots, just pinch them out so that they can grow continuously up the stake.
Today, I'm planting one of my favourite climbing vegetables, and for that, you need a structure.
Some fruits and vegetables like to go upwards. They're natural-born climbers. If you didn't give them a support, they'd scramble across the ground, all your beans would be distorted, eaten by slugs, and horrible. So this is a classic sort of tent-shaped structure made out of hazel poles, and I've lashed it together with string at the top.
You can buy frameworks like obelisks for your climbing veg, but I'm going to make my own. It's simple, and kids love it too. All you need are 8 3-metre bamboo canes and some garden twine.
So they're about a foot apart.
I'm arranging the canes in a circle to create a wigwam and leaving a child-sized entrance on one side. Then I bring the tops together and tie them up with garden twine.
So I've got my quite sturdy wigwam.
I'm planting runner beans. You can grow them from seed or use vegetable plants until the end of June, and you'll be able to pick them in midsummer.
Don't plant the whole lot, they'll fight for sustenance and water, so just break them up.
Bean plants need room to establish, so I'm only putting 1 or 2 at the base of each cane.
It doesn't matter whether they're inside or out because they're going to twine around it.
As the plants grow, they'll naturally wind their way up each cane, covering the wigwam with foliage, leaving you with something to eat and somewhere for the kids to play.
Just remember that beans love moisture. Don't let them dry out. Keep them moist at the roots, they'll shoot up there, providing lovely, delicious, crunchy runner beans.
Over the past week, the Love Your Garden team have been busy transforming their own kitchen gardens. David's creating a classic fruit and veg garden to feed his young family.
Who wants to try a bit of rhubarb? Dip that in your sugar and try it, Abigail.
Nice.
You like it?
And his raised beds
Hey, that's in my welly, that, you cheeky monkey.
are already bursting into life.
And the peas, they've just shot up there. But the spinach has turned out to be the hero, spreading all along the front.
Now he's on to stage 2, a mini orchard.
I wanted to grow fruit right by the side of where I'm growing my vegetables.
When it comes to fruit trees and bushes, there's a variety to suit any space.
This is one of my favourite fruits. It's a raspberry. This is a brand new variety. It's called Ruby Beauty, and unlike the big canes, this one is a small bush, which is perfect for growing in raised beds or containers.
David's built planters from old decking boards and filled them with multi-purpose compost.
They only get to about 1 metre tall, and it has almost 1.5 kilograms of fruit that you can get from this bush.
Raspberries enjoy sun for at least some of the day, and this one's thornless, so it's ideal for tiny tots.
I love raspberries.
As well as red currants in pots.
They can grow in anything. Bad soil, full sun or shade, they do well.
To get the maximum amount of fruit from the space, David's adding dwarf fruit trees. They only grow to about 8 feet, so are ideal for small gardens. Like all trees, they need a hole that's wide enough and deep enough for their roots to spread and compost to help them establish.
If you like plums, you want to give this one a go. This is a blood plum. It is in fact really dark red flesh to it, and what's very special is that the stone comes away from the flesh easily.
Plum trees are perfect for first-time gardeners because they don't need much maintenance.
It produces quite a bit of fruit around about November, December time. Now this is a cherry here. This particular one is morello. You know, the one that you have in pies and pancakes.
You can encourage the tree to produce more fruit by festooning it. This involves tying the branches downwards with string.
November, when the stems really harden, they'll be actually held into that position. You can take the strings away, and as it grows, you'll be able to pick quite comfortably, which is perfect with the young ones.
If you're planting fruit trees this summer, you might have to wait until next year to start picking. But trust me, it'll be worth it.
I'm really pleased with that.
After all that care spent planning and planting fruit trees and bushes, looking forward to tender crops, the last thing you need is unwanted attention.
I wouldn't like to tell you that everything is sunny in the garden all the time, or that nothing ever goes wrong. And particularly with strawberries, you'll find blackbirds who will absolutely love them. This nylon netting is really useful to stretch over them on a framework, but the most important thing is that you make it impenetrable to birds, otherwise they can get inside and get trapped. When it comes to brassicas, cabbages, sprouts, cauliflowers, pigeons love them. I've covered my red cabbage seedlings with a little tunnel of wire netting. That will need to get bigger as the plants grow, so do make sure you've got a good framework pinned down well so you can get underneath it and the birds can't.
If your image of a fruit and veg garden is allotments and cabbages, think again. Growing your own can look stunning too, and you don't need much space to do it. Having already brought the kitchen garden literally into her kitchen, Katie's heading outside to put a stylish spin on the classic veg planter.
I think the look I'm going for is like contemporary rustic, if that's really a thing.
If your space is limited, planters are a great solution. And with the help of husband Ed, Katie's come up with a productive planter that's gorgeous to look at.
Steel planters like this are a bit of an indulgence. I've seen ones like this go for thousands of pounds, but I really wanted something to tie in with my beautiful water feature.
To save some pennies, Katie's ordered a kit made up of mild steel sheets.
I have a metal worker round the corner from me, and he's knocked me these up for about 200 quid.
And to get that classy rusted steel look, she sprayed them with a mix of deionized water and copper sulfate. once it's weathered, the metal will contrast beautifully with green foliage.
It's worth mentioning that rust can actually stain timber and paving. I've put some black plastic under these to protect mine. Now, you could bung all kinds of different edibles in these big planters. Lots of things would be happy with this much space. But I want to go statement and contemporary, so I'm using these beautiful artichokes.
The head of a globe artichoke is made up of scales, and it's the succulent bases of these scales that you eat. You can plant smaller versions of this one in June, and they'll be ready for harvest in late summer.
Lots of herby butter and olive oil, and they taste delicious. And you know what? If you can't be bothered cooking them, just cut them off and they look amazing in a vase. This magnificent plant is Angelica gigas, and it'll look perfect in here. Also, I don't know if you remember when you used to eat cake as a child, you had those little jelly diamonds on. That's Candid Angelica stem. Who knew? Beautiful.
In front of the leggier edibles, Kate is adding fragrant thyme, and for a splash of contrasting colour, something you can't eat but which smells divine, iberis.
Even if this was the size of your balcony or even your back garden, it just goes to show you that you can still have your very own veg plot.
Katie's found another solution for gardens that are small and shady.
This part of the garden near the house is in shade for most of the day, but believe it or not, there is still delicious vegetables that you can grow and that will thrive in these conditions. Now, these are Welsh onions. They are a perennial, which means they will come back every year. And you can keep cutting it and adding it to things. It's a bit like spring onion. Then next up, I've got good old chives. And then last but not least, I've got wild garlic. Pop it in a tub like this. It will keep it under control. It's got these pretty white flowers, just gorgeous. So that will cascade over the edge. And there we have it. One tub of edibles that loves the shade. That's pretty good, didn't it?
It's a good day's work.
It's a good day's work.
I've done well.
No matter the size or style of outdoor space you have, from balcony to doorstep, if you've something to plant in, you can grow your own. And that's given me an idea.
Now then, join meeting. Are you there?
We are here!
Yeah, Alan.
Hello!
Nice new haircut.
Thank you. Mrs. T did it for me this morning, so I've got to be careful because she's filming me doing this. Francis, where are you?
I'm in my garden and I'm really enjoying transforming it. It's getting there slowly, if you squint.
Katie, could we have had any better weather? Up in Yorkshire, presumably, it's still all right up there, is it?
Been glorious for nearly 3 weeks and it's never looked so good.
Is it so perfect? I mean, just have a little look. Here's my peas. Look at these babies growing. It's great fun.
What we need to do is to persuade everybody that growing things is good, and particularly growing things to eat, and that anybody can do it. Now, I'm going to send you a bit of kit. What you're going to get is timber and screws, and you're going to have to make this. Ta-da! Made this yesterday afternoon. This is a veg trunk. I want you to transform it into your own individual veg patch to prove that you don't need a lot of space to grow your own food. Are you three up for the challenge?
Yes, definitely up for it, yes.
I'm not quite sure where it will fit in my garden, but I'll do my best.
All I can say to you is good luck and enjoy your garden.
Oh, lovely to see you.
And you guys, and you.
I always like to keep them on their toes. While she waits for her trug to arrive, Frances is on to the next phase of her garden transformation.
There.
She's trying to turn a 5-metre-long, narrow, bare backyard into a pretty edible garden.
I've been very busy, and so has Rua, making some more shelves that sort of match those, but is a much simpler design and filled with macrame that I made myself and I'm very proud of. In the pots I've got some strawberries, patio tomatoes, chilies, and the rest of the garden is coming on quite well too. The apple tree is now in full blossom, which is really exciting, and there are bees everywhere.
Today, she's tackling the rear of the plot. And she isn't doing things by halves.
So I have chosen this beautiful fig tree. It has lovely, big, tropical-looking leaves, and it even has some figs already forming on it.
As long as its roots won't spread too far, a single tree in a narrow plot makes a great focal point.
When you're planting any huge plant, especially when you're by yourself, the last thing you want is to be pulling them in and out so easily. Check the depth of your plant by just using your spade to measure it, then you'll know that it's deep enough.
To restrict its roots, Frances is keeping her fig tree in its pot, which has the added benefit of encouraging more fruit.
Cool.
To enjoy delicious, juicy figs in summer, you'll need a sunny spot. Try it against a south or a west-facing wall. Frances also has a plan to turn her garden into a beer garden.
This ladder may have looked pretty strange, just sticking up out of the ground. It was actually here when I moved in, and I've decided to make a feature out of it, so I painted it, post-created it into the ground, and now I am using it as a support for this, my hop. Now, hops are a traditional crop in Kent because, of course, we like beer here, but also you can eat it too. You can eat the little shoots that come up out of the ground or the leaves.
It's the egg-shaped cones or hops that are produced in early June that this clima's known for. By September, when they've dried, they can be used for beer.
Now that I've got the string up, it's time to actually twiddle the vine, as it's called.
You only need to wrap a few shoots around your support. The rest can be cut off.
And there we go. That is it, all tied, all pruned, and ready to grow.
Beneath the hop and fig tree, Frances is adding a herb that's a foodie's must-have.
This is French tarragon. And the reason it's one of my favourites to grow is because it's actually really hard to buy in the supermarket. So if you like that aniseedy flavour, which goes beautifully with chicken and with pork, then this is the one for you. This whole bed's just really transformed the garden. I'm really pleased.
In the height of summer, one fruit that's a must-have in any garden is the strawberry. We Brits chomp our way through over 150,000 tonnes of them a year, and with a little care, you can grow them in any size garden.
Now, if there's one thing our grandchildren like more than anything, what is it, Alison, that they like?
Strawberries.
Strawberries. The more strawberries we can grow, the happier they are. And then when these go off, it's the raspberries at the other end of the plot they get keen on. So I'm planting some new ones.
Prepare your soil by working in some organic fertiliser.
Water them really well before you plant them, and then tip them out of these little plastic pots. Look at that, nice and soggy and a good root system. And plant them about a foot apart. Good watering in and they're settled.
Like all soft fruits, flowers are the first sign that your strawberry plant is about to fruit. Then the berry emerges from the middle.
Now, if I leave them like that, they'll sit on the ground, slugs will eat them, they get covered in mud. They're not called strawberries for nothing. What you need to do is to tuck straw around them. Oh, come on, Alan, who's got straw at the moment? So we had some old carpet underlay that we took up, and I've made these strawberry mats, if you like. It's a square, got a circle in the middle, and it sits around them. And it will keep those strawberries off the ground, sorted.
Strawberry plants don't need much room to thrive, so they're perfect for the smallest of outdoor spaces.
Now this is a strawberry pot. You've got these pockets, 6 of them, so you can get 7 or 8 plants in here, happily. Good peat-free, multi-purpose compost, and start ladling it in. Oh, wife nearly fell over. Ready? You haven't had anything to drink. Are you ready? Don't laugh, it'll wobble. And then 1 in the top. I want to leave a good inch or so, about 3 centimetres, around that plant, because that's where the majority of water is going to go, and it's going to go all the way down through the pot. That's the hope. And you end up then with a little strawberry farm that doesn't even need a garden.
You know, you really don't need acres of space to start growing your own, and hopefully we've inspired you to get out there and give it a go.
Just remember, you're in charge of the watering.